Rate and unit rate. First, let's review what are ratios. Ratios are when we compare two different numbers or two different quantities. So if we wanted to compare, for example, the price, so let's say $27 to the amount of pizzas that you can buy, 3 pizzas, this would be a ratio. We're comparing 27 to 3 pizzas. And we could also write it with a colon. Or a third way is you can also write it as a fraction, 27 over 3. These are 3 different ways of writing a ratio where we compare two numbers. Now a rate is related to a ratio. A rate is a ratio of two quantities that have different units. So for example, if we go back to our ratio from before, $27 for 3 pizzas, this ratio is also a rate because it's in dollars and pizzas. These are two different units. Now there's a special kind of rate called the unit rate. Let's go back to our example from before of $27 to 3 pizzas. We want to change it to a unit rate because this is just a regular old rate. We want to change it to a unit rate. And to do that, we need to change the second number, the second quantity, to a 1. Well, how do we change a 3 into a 1? We can divide by itself. So divide by 3, that turns it to 1. And like when we find equivalent fractions, if you do it to one of the numbers, you have to do it to the other. So 27 divided by 3 means $9. So hopefully this makes sense. It was $27 for 3 pizzas. If we figure it out now, for 1 pizza, it's only $9 for that 1 pizza. So we're comparing it to 1, and it's called a unit rate because this is a single unit. Alright, so here we got a word problem. You saved $28 over 4 weeks. Well, that's a ratio, and actually it's even a rate because we got $28 to 4 weeks. So they have different units, so they are a rate. What is the rate you are saving at? Well, that is our rate. If we wanted to get really fancy, we could change it to a unit rate, change this 4 into a 1, so that we figure out how much money we're making or saving in 1 week. So how do we change 4 into 1? We divide by 4. 28 divided by 4 is $7. So we're making $7 each week. Here's another word problem. Lightning strikes the earth 1,000 times in 10 seconds. How many times does lightning strike per second? And when you see the word per second, that means per 1 second. So in 1 second. Well, let's start by writing a rate. There's 1,000 lightning strikes to or in 10 seconds. This is our rate. It's asking per 1 second, so we need to change it to a unit rate. We want to change it to 1 second. And to do that, we got to divide this 10 by 10 to make it 1, and to be fair, you got to do that to the 1,000 as well. 1,000 divided by 10 is 100. So there are 100 lightning strikes to each second, or in each second. One last one. Your heart beats 240 times in 4 minutes. So here's our rate. That's 240 times 4 minutes, or 240 times in 4 minutes. We want to find how many times is your heartbeat in 1 minute. So we want to change this 4 minutes to 1 minute. And how would we do that? We need to divide this 4 by 4, turning it into 1 minute. Now, to be fair, we got to also divide the number of times by 4. So 240 divided by 4 is 60 beats in a minute. This is our unit rate.